Efficiency is key, she said, not even glancing up from her computer screen. My name's Harold McMillan, 63 years old, and I'd been working at Delton Manufacturing in Detroit for 31 years. Just 3 days, only 3, stood between me and my retirement ceremony. 3 days until I could finally leave behind the factory floor's noise, the sharp scent of metal shavings, and the heavy weight I'd carried as shift led for the last 8 years. But as I sat in Vanessa Cole's sterile office that Monday morning, something felt off. Really off. She'd summoned me for a 7 a.m. meeting before my shift had even started. Vanessa, our operations director, had been there for only 6 months, brought in by some consulting firm to boost productivity and cut costs. Her words, not mine. Half the crew couldn't even pronounce the buzzwords she dropped in meetings. "We've reviewed your personnel file," she said, fingers tapping away like she was typing my eulogy. "Due to operational efficiency needs, your employment is being terminated, effective immediately." A cold sensation settled in my stomach. 3 days from my retirement celebration, and now this. She finally looked up with a smug little smirk, like she was enjoying herself. "You'll still receive your pension, Mr. McMillan, but the ceremony was a company courtesy."
Ow.
31 years. Not a single safety violation. I trained half the apprentices on that floor. My photo was already printed in the company newsletter under the headline, "End of an Era, My Wife." Helen had bought a new dress for the event. My daughter Claire had even taken time off work to be there. I'd already returned my ID badge the previous Friday, finished my last safety report, and cleared out my locker. The only thing left was to shake the CEO's hand and accept a plaque that would sit on my mantle until I died. "HR will escort you out," Vanessa said, her eyes back on the screen. I stood up slowly, my knees creaking. "Efficiency is key," I echoed and walked out. Security was waiting 2 young guys I didn't recognize, probably temps. They flanked me like I was some kind of thief. As we moved through the plant, people stopped working and stared. Jimmy Torres, who I had mentored for 2 years, looked completely confused. I just gave him a nod and kept walking. Outside, they handed me a cardboard box with my belongings, my Christmas coffee mug from Helen, a photo of my granddaughter, the reading glasses I kept in my desk. That's when I knew things were about to get very interesting. I'd joined Delton right after high school in 1994. I was 18, didn't know a thing about manufacturing. My dad had spent 30 years on the line at Ford before his plant shut down. He told me to find something stable. Get in with a good company. Keep your head down. Do the work. They'll take care of you. Delton did take care of me at first. Promoted to line supervisor after 5 years, and shift led 8 years ago when Mickey Brennan had a heart attack. I'd been running the night crew since, hitting quotas, keeping people safe. It's not a single safety incident on my watch. I met Helen at a company picnic in 1998. She worked in accounting before switching to nursing. We got married 2 years later, bought a small house in Warren. Claire was born in 2003. Life was steady, just the way I liked it, but things had changed at Delton over the past few months, ever since Vanessa and her team of efficiency experts showed up suddenly. The plant floor was filled with consultants holding clipboards, timing our every move. They installed software that tracked everything from breaks to bathroom visits, calling it human resource optimization. The signs were there, if I'd only looked. Last month, they removed the coffee station, called it a non-essential amenity. The month before, they cut Christmas bonuses in half. Budget constraints, they said. Vanessa never asked for my input, even though I knew the floor better than anyone. She looked at me like I was some antique, taking up space a younger, cheaper worker could fill. Clarence Boone, our union rep, and a guy who'd been around 25 years, warned me. We'd grab coffee after shifts, and he'd tell me what he was hearing. From HR, they're cleaning house before pensions kick in, he told me last week. You're exactly the kind of expensive veteran they'll drop. I should have listened, should have seen it coming. But I thought loyalty still meant something. I sat in my truck for an hour after they walked me out, watching workers filter in through the chain-link fence. Just another day for them, but not for me. Around 8 a.m., my phone started buzzing. "Jimmy, what happened?" "Kevin, they really fired you." "Danny, "This is Harold. What can we do?" I didn't respond. Not yet. The box sat on my passenger seat like a piece of evidence. 31 years reduced to a mug and a photo. I didn't even get to say goodbye. That's when it hit me. This wasn't about cost or efficiency. This was a message. A warning to the younger guys. Get too old, too expensive, too comfortable. This could be you. Loyalty, I realized, was a one-way street. When I walked in the door, Helen was in the kitchen, humming to herself. Her face dropped when she saw me. "What's wrong?" she asked. I set the box on the counter. They terminated me 3 days before the ceremony. Helen stared at me, then at the box. They what? Vanessa said it was for efficiency. Pension's still intact, but the ceremony's gone. I poured myself some coffee. It walked me out like a thief, Helen. Her expression went through disbelief, then anger. That's illegal. It has to be illegal. Probably not, I said. Hey, Michigan's a right-to-work state. They can fire you for any reason, or none at all. She sat down across from me. What are you going to do? I didn't know yet. But when my phone rang, and Clarence's name popped up, I picked up. "Harold," he said, his voice hard. "We need to talk."